Hello all, I'm Richard Smythe, and I'm here with my good friend Michael, cameraman extraordinaire. Say hello, Mike.
Hello.
To give you a heads up about some cool products from the Dunlop company. They've come up with some reissues of 3 guitar pedals that go back to the 1960s. Now I'm going to hold up these boxes. Can you get a shot of that, Mike? And as you can see, they are calling these the Jimi Hendrix Authentic Analog Series. And with good reason. They've paid a lot of attention to detail in all 3 of these pedals, from the design of the casing, to the knobs, to the switches, to the input jacks. Everything about these pedals is a reproduction of the original analog pedals that Jimi used. So, let's take a look. First up is the fuzz face. Now, you're not going to see any bells and whistles here, but you are going to see some good solid construction. I'm going to open up the back. So here's where you put your 9-volt. That's right. There were no power supplies back in the day when Jimi used these. Mike, can you see how solid that case is? Feels like the bumper on a '68 Ford Fairlane. And like I said, all the parts, the circuit board, the switch, the jacks, are recreations of the original pedal. Let's take a look at the Octavio. Get a shot of that, Mike. Now this really doesn't look fancy, but it does feel, again, like good heavy construction. This is the pedal that Jimi used for all those great octave lines that you hear on the Band of Gypsies record. There's no lights, nothing to tell you that the pedal is even on, except for the sound, of course, and we'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's get a shot of the classic Crybaby Wah. Now, Jimi had his modified to a lower frequency range, and yes, they have recreated that here. But enough of all this, let's fire them up. Now sadly, I don't have a stack of Marshalls here, so I'm going to put the fuzz up to 10. That's the sound, alright. Cool. Next up, the Octavio. Ah, the analog sound. It's a time capsule. And finally, the classic Crybaby Wah Wah pedal. And that's the sound of Jimi's modifications, except no substitutes. Now, Global Music Depot is offering these 3 pedals as a package with a special price. And to sweeten the deal, they're throwing in a tin of these picks. Can you get a shot of this, Mike? They're picks with some of the original photos from Electric Ladyland, Axis Bold as Love, and Are You Experienced on them. Very cool, particularly if you're a collector. Or if you're looking for a Christmas gift for the Hendrix freak in your life, look no further. These pedals are a must-have. Anyway, that's today's Jimi Hendrix experience. Cheers from GMD.